You can go see a stand-up comedian, you never met him before, you don't know him, or you never heard her jokes. And she can be real funny anyway, but that's because you do have a common language, because it's humor.
And you're also
People know
at a
what to
stand-up
expect.
club where you're more
Exactly.
primed, you're spring-loaded to laugh.
Exactly.
The way you're spring-loaded to tell a joke.
People expect it, and there needs to be common ground for humor to exist, I believe.
There needs to be common ground for what?
For
I'm
humor
sorry, I
to
couldn't hear the
exist.
shotgun.
Yeah!
There's common ground for what?
There needs to be common ground for humor to exist, I think.
I
think.
I like that. I agree. Understanding.
Exactly.
Communication.
There's a lot of that, because for me, humor is just because if we hear something that's funny, we both know it's funny, and we both know the joke, but maybe I'll be the one saying it, and you understand it, you laugh because you thought of it too, but you didn't put it into words. You know what I'm saying?
Into those words.
Yeah, and that's what humor is. Humor is pointing out the humor in anything, but pointing out the comedy. What's his name? Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Yeah.
He's I read some stuff about him, and he's got that find the funny is a big deal for him.
Huh.
That's how he directed people when he directed movies and when he produces stuff, and all of his brothers and sisters and all that.
Yeah, a million of them.
Yeah.
The Wayne's clan, yes.
Yeah, and it's find the funny, and that's what humor is. Find the funny, because everything is funny.
Yes.
You just have to point it out.
Yes.
I really think there's humor in absolutely everything, but you need to understand why, like what's the funny part.
Right, so really the key to humor then is perhaps finding the joke in all the listeners' heads.
Yeah.
You need to find the joke for them if you want that crowd. That's why I was telling you last night,
Yeah.
you know, we both really respect stand-up. And it's because for me, it's just wild. As someone who also takes a lot of pride, we both take a lot of pride. Beyond the attention that we receive and perhaps the arrogance that comes with being, because it takes wit and knowledge to be funny.
I'm gonna do it, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's gonna have a cigarette. Kids, you know, hey, they exist. Your parents, ask your parents about them.
Don't smoke.
Don't smoke. It's actually a horrible habit. We're both in agreement, and my wife's not even here to totally squash this. But
I could take her.
oh, he could totally take it.
could
Well,
take
she
her.
wouldn't do it to you. She's nice to you. With me, oh, she'll tear that stuff down.
No, I love her. She's cool.
She is cool.
Yeah,
She's
a great lady.
I like her.
Yeah. Great person. Even though she hates smokers.
Yeah. I like how we throw out these like disclaimers. No, she's cool. We
she's
like
cool.
her.
She's basically racist, but she's all right.
Right. There's fine print reading at the bottom, but I'm
a smoker, and apparently, if you allow me to
elaborate.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, to just butt in a little bit.
Do it.
I was just gonna say with the cigarettes, because part of me, I'm like you were saying with the personality.
Yeah.
Like, do I see myself as a funny person? Yes, I do, and I also see myself as a smoker. That's a big part of my
Begs the
personality.
question: does the cigarette work as a prop in your humor?
Sometimes there's stuff you can do with cigarettes. Like, I love wearing ties.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love wearing ties.
I didn't know that.
Because it's a natural punctuation.
I love it. Totally right. You're totally right.
And you can.
That's why it's there.
You tell a joke and you go, and everybody knows that's the joke.
Ah.
You know, you got that. And it's the same thing with cigarettes. You tell a joke, you say something funny, and you know that it's going to take a while. Like, if it's something that you find clever yourself, you know when you tell a joke to somebody, and you know that he's going to find this funny, and she's going to think this is funny, but it might take her a second. That's what the cigarette does. I say something that's funny, I take a drag,
Uses an instrument of pace.
I give you a look, and that's the pause you need, right?
You should be feeling it about
Yeah.
now.
This is what you should do. See what I'm saying?
Nice.
Natural punctuation. So
Nice.
I get into that a lot.
Nice. And that's not because you don't use smoke as something to imbue your humor with the more funny, but it's because you're resourceful. The comedian, I think, needs to be very resourceful and observant. We were talking about observation last night.
Right.
And I think in order to find the funny, you have to really be looking. In order to be looking, you really need to be receiving. And then kind of assess what you've received.
Absolutely.
And so you're using props all around you. You use your shoes. You use
exactly.
I mean, it's all a prop.
Mm-hmm.
Presentation, man, I'm telling you. We were talking about Bill Cosby last night. I saw him in town. Living legend. Catch him if you can. Yeah, the man is...
Bill, if you're watching, I like you too. I've been to the show. I hear it's great. Funny guy.
Yeah.
I like popsicles too.
Yeah. Yeah, you knew about that. That's it. Jello, yes.
Is it Jello? Putting
Yeah. We watched some Eddie Murphy too. But anyway, the idea is
he's
present.
he's got some physical comedy, and like you were saying with presentation, he's got some physical comedy in him, and he's got really subtle physical comedy, and I like that. Like, physical comedy can be great. Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton and all that classic stuff, and certainly Martin Lawrence in a way.
Yeah,
Peter Sellers and what's the new guy?
Jim Carrey?
No, the next guy.
Oh, Steve Carell?
Steve Carell. He's got a lot of Peter Sellers in him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, he's got that new movie out. I'm not gonna say that. Don't go see it. Don't spend money on culture.
Pop culture is the worst. If it's on video, it's a lie.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of Peter Sellers in him. There's a lot to be said about that sort of, and Jim Carrey certainly, that sort of very extravagant, very outgoing physical comedy, the tripping, the falling, the slapstick.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said to that.
Dexterous, very dexterous humor.
That's funny, but I like the physical comedy. I like is very subtle. Like Bill Cosby had. We were talking about that yesterday. He does his show and he sits down all the time. He's a stand-up comedian that sits down, which is funny.
That is hilarious.
Just that's
right
funny.
off the bat.
And then he can make people laugh just by standing up. Like I was telling you, I read a review, and just when Bill Cosby stands up, it's funny. And that's great talent to have.
He's a genius.
And that's really subtle comedy. Just you do it at the right time. If you stand up at the right, if you do anything at the right time, it's funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a fart. It could be a blink. Anything you do. That's what I like. I like subtle stuff.
That's how accidental jokes happen, I find.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at? Nothing, man. Chill out. I just thought it was funny how you laugh like that.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know? Yeah.
I get into that a lot. And I like the subtle stuff. I'm a lot into, obviously I'm from Europe, so irony is big.
Yeah, irony. Yeah, they do it right.
I'm big into irony, and irony is very subtle.
Yeah,
irony
the good stuff is.
Yeah, it's very it's subdued humor.
We do sarcasm, which is the overdone version of that.
Right, and I like sarcasm as well. There's a lot to be said for sarcasm. But irony is the coolest.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I'm not particularly good at it in general, but to me, it's like the most advanced form. Perhaps the most advanced form of that would be your mama jokes. And there is a serious timing. Have you ever met anyone who's really good at your mama jokes? Like he says your mom, and that's all he said. And it's such a predictable joke, but the way he times it. Yeah. And I knew a kid in high school. He seriously, 95% of his your mom jokes were honestly funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. Your mama jokes are fun. Jokes like that. We had back in school. We had a different version. It's about kids. And just because there's a set to it, there's a design to it, there's a regimen to it. Like your mama joke has to involve these things. You have to make fun of. It has to. It's the startup is your mama. It has to be your mama. That's how it's got to start.
Sure.
And I think that's really interesting when you get humor like that, where the point is developing it. You have to. It has to evolve.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Guys. You too.
Adios, dog.
See you, dog.
Beautiful. Enjoy your 4th, man.
Yeah, you too. You
Yeah,
guys
happy
have a good
4th,
one.
dude.
Adios. Yeah, your mama joke. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I like that. I like the idea of it because you have to build new ones, but you can only use certain tools. You know? There's only so much you can do with your mama jokes.
Yeah.
But you have to do it, and that's what's good about it, because when they're good, it's because you've used the tools that everybody knows, and you've done something new with it.